Guys, welcome to the Outlet Pass, episode 2. I'm your boy, Lamar Edwards, aka iLamar1996 on Instagram.
What's up, everybody? It's Malik, and we're back for another video of the Outlet Pass. So I hope you guys liked our first episode, and we're just gonna keep going, keep grinding, and keep posting videos. If you're a fan of the NBA, make sure you subscribe, like our videos, and follow us on Instagram so you can see more.
Got a special guest here, Zoe, who I was just dancing with.
Okay, and we're gonna get right into the video. Okay, so today our first segment, we're gonna be talking about the Rockets, and what I want to know is, do you think the Rockets are a legitimate threat in the West to the Golden State Warriors?
The West is tricky for me, only because there's so many teams. But because the West is kind of different this year. Are they a legit threat? I don't think they're a legit threat, but I think OKC is a legit threat. But I think that the Rockets they're a threat, but they're not like legit. Like it's not something I put all my money on. Like I can bank on OKC to beat the Warriors in 7, even though it probably won't happen. But like if any team is closer to beating the Warriors in a 7-game series, I'm gonna bank it on the Thunder more than the Rockets. So I don't think they're a legit threat. Maybe like 6 games, and then Chris Paul might get injured because Chris Paul has health issues. As much as you love Chris Paul, he has health issues. I feel like James Harden with his scoring outburst, I think he's going to burn out by the playoffs, and the Warriors are going to be really tough to handle. Plus, he doesn't really play defense a lot, so that team is not too great defensively. So, I mean, they got rid of all their defensive pieces. So, are they a legit threat? I don't think they're a legit threat.
Okay, well, I disagree. I think the Rockets can be a threat because I think that their three-point shooting and the rate of their usage is so high that I feel like when it comes down to it, they have a chance. Now, do I think that they will beat Golden State in 7? I don't think so. But I do think that they can be a threat to the Warriors, especially if they face the Warriors in the second round. Right now, I think the Rockets are the 5th seed in the West, and OKC is 3rd or 4th. So
They're 3rd, yeah.
It's one of those things where, for me, I feel like OKC and the Rockets can be a threat to the Warriors and can make the series long and tough. But I don't necessarily think that Golden State is going to lose and be out of the playoffs. But I think that you gotta count the Rockets. James Harden and Chris Paul to me are 2 elite players, and I feel like when you have players like that, you have to believe in them, right? Now, Chris Paul may not be the tallest or most athletic player in the league, but I feel like when it comes down to it, his defense, his leadership, his passing ability, I think that really goes well with James Harden. So I feel like when it comes down to it, the Rockets can be a threat. I think that the OKC right now seems like a bigger threat because the mystique of Paul George having a great season and playing tough defense, and Russell Westbrook willing them forward. So
I don't think Chris Paul is elite. I think that elite is a special class where I think the elite players in the NBA is I don't care what LeBron's doing, he's elite. Kevin Durant's elite, Steph Curry's elite, Harden's elite, and I think that's it. And then Kawhi Leonard.
You're not gonna call Giannis elite?
I think Giannis is getting there.
And you don't think Anthony Davis is elite?
Anthony Davis is elite. Anthony Davis is elite. But like I'm saying, I don't think Chris Paul is in that tier of elite anymore. I'll put him more like in the 3rd tier in terms of stars.
3rd tier?
I'm gonna put right now. I put him in 3rd tier. Like he can. Don't get
Golden State without James Harden.
Don't get me wrong. Like Chris Paul is a great point point guard. He really moves the ball. His IQ is amazing. I just don't think I can call him elite. Maybe I'm overstepping with 3rd tier, but he's not 1st tier definitely. It's tough to put him in 2nd tier right now. So I would say he's a 3rd tier. He's not a 3rd tier point guard, but in terms of encompassing the whole NBA, I put him in a 3rd tier.
So what would you rank him point guard wise in the league?
I think he's one of the best point guards in the league because he does his job. He's a facilitator. So I think the job of a point guard is to facilitate, where I think the scoring is supposed to come from the shooting, mainly from the shooting guard. Hence why they're called the shooting guard.
Yeah, but if you want to compare player to player, right? Like if I were to say Steph Curry versus Chris Paul, who's a better defender?
I think Chris Paul's a better
Chris
defender.
Paul is a better defender.
Yeah.
Who's a better passer?
Honestly.
That's why to me.
Yeah, honestly, I think Steph Curry's a better passer. That's me.
Because people put Steph Curry's shooting ability so ridiculously high that they almost forget that there's more to the NBA and more to a player than shooting. That's why for me I feel like Chris Paul swept under the rug a lot. Because it's like, to me, he's saying about the best point guards in the league. I think Chris Paul
is
Steph
definitely
Curry, and I think Russell Westbrook are, to me, the three best point guards in the league because of what they do for their teams. I think that Steph Curry, like, I would never expect Steph Curry to say, like, he's not a good player. I think he's really great. And I think he makes Golden State that much better. Because I feel like if they just had Kevin Durant, and they didn't have Steph, and they had only Clay, they wouldn't be elite in that way.
They'd still be a force to be reckoned with, but they wouldn't be that like.
I think Clay, I think the OKC could beat them.
I think OKC can beat them because Paul George being out of his mind. Russell Westbrook, even though he's not getting 30-point triple doubles, he's still getting triple doubles and he's still like adjusting his game. My thing is that in terms of the NBA, like in terms of fans, I think we are more offensively driven. So like we're more entertained by offense than defense. So like if defense is, we only care about defense if it's like a close game. That's the only time we care about defense. Or like if it's really obvious that they're just not trying or something like that. But in terms of the reason why Steph is called the best point guard is because his shooting ability, like once he crosses half court, you have to guard him.
Yeah.
So and you could
already agree with me, leave a like on this video and share this, and we'll move on to the next segment. And just let us know what else you want to talk about. So we're gonna talk about the Boston Celtics right now, and we're gonna talk about right now because they're in the fifth seed, and they've been I think on a 5-game losing streak right now. So
Losing streak?
yeah,
Man, I don't pay enough attention to that.
So I just want to know, can the Boston Celtics get it together? Like, what place will they be at the end of the season? Where do you think they're gonna go, and how far do you think they're gonna get in the playoffs?
It starts with Kyrie. Like I always say that it's not the play on the court that I'm concerned about. It's the leadership. It's the locker room ability. Honestly, I feel like Kyrie took a page out of LeBron's handbook, and he's leading his team that way. Is he a leader? Yes. Is he a good leader? No. Because think about this: when Kyrie was a leader of a team, how many winning seasons do they have? Probably only about 2, and that's only with Boston. He wasn't winning in Cleveland until LeBron got there, and then now. Last year he got injured, but when it was the playoffs, they were formidable, and now he gets back and all this is happening. Look, Kyrie needs to take accountability. It's like, listen, you know what? I've been saying things to the media. Maybe I shouldn't have said this or something like that, or stuff like that. It's gonna start with him because he is the leader. He's the leader of this team. Gordon Hayward is not who we thought he was gonna be. Like, I understand he's broke his leg and it's gonna take time, but we expected you guys to be first in the East for a while. That's clearly not happening. So it's gonna have to start with your leader. Your leader's gonna have to, take accountability, get that locker room back together. Because once it comes to the playoffs and you're going against Philly, who have maybe some issues to iron out themselves, so they're gonna be safe with that one. But in the second round, that's when they're gonna be tested. Like, all right, can they get it together by the second round?
So I think overall Boston is a team that has a lot of talent, and they have a lot of potential to be great. I think players like Terry Rozier, Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, together those pieces, they fit really well. But I feel like right now the chemistry issues is what's holding Boston back from being the lead. I think overall they need to find their identity. And once they find their identity, I think that they can play the way they need to. But overall, it's going to come down to what does, Brad Stevens as a coach, what does Kyrie Irving as a leader, and the players around him do. Because if the players around Kyrie are able to sort of say, you know what, I'm going to put my ego aside and do what's best for the team. Exactly. And if Kyrie says, I'm going to put my ego aside and do what's best for the team, I think Boston can move up to the 4th or 3rd seed. But I feel like when it comes down to it, they're going to have to step up, win a lot of games down the stretch because there's 18, 19 games left. Mm-hmm. So, ultimately, what it's going to come down to is, are they able to come together as a team, figure out their identity, and know what they want? So I think that Boston can. My prediction is I think that they'll probably get up to the 4th seed. Mm-hmm. I think Philly will probably get up to 3rd, and it's going to probably end up being Indiana versus Boston in the first round, which I feel like is a tough matchup.
That's a tough series. I think it doesn't matter what the 4th or 5th seed is. It's gonna be a good series because the 6th seed right now is Detroit, and they're about 6 games behind from the 5th seed. They're not catching that seed. So whoever gets the 4th or 5th seed, they're gonna have a hard playoffs series. Have a hard playoffs in general because they're gonna play a great team in the first round. Then if no one gets upset in the first round, they're gonna play a hard team in the second round. Then they're gonna have to go through Toronto or Boston, and then if
Boston or Philly or Toronto or Philly or
Milwaukee, Milwaukee, and then if they beat one of those teams, then they're gonna have to go to the finals. And who's waiting for them there? Curry, Thompson, Durant, Green, Cousins. Golden State, they're not winning the finals. I'm sorry. I think the only teams that can put up a fight against them is Milwaukee and Toronto. That's it.
Overall, where do you think Boston will finish?
I think I don't think they're touching the 3rd seed. I think it's gonna be. I feel like they're gonna get the 4th seed because I feel like Philly's gonna struggle down the stretch. I feel like
Philly's gonna struggle.
I don't think it's gonna be like 5-game, 6-game losing streak. I feel like there's just gonna be like 2-game losing streak, or win, 3-game losing streak, win, 2-game, win, lose, win. Like, I think it's gonna be like that.
I mean, because I'm pretty sure they won their last 2 games. So.
Yeah, but I feel like I'm just saying, like, I feel like down the stretch, it's probably it's just a Philly thing to think. Like, I feel like it's just gonna have like a couple losses here and there, stuff like that, and I feel like they're just gonna drop.
I think you think they have a bigger identity problem than they actually have. I don't think their identity problem is that. I think they know who they are now more, and like guys are gonna step up when they need to. Like, you're gonna have games where Harris had 36 points, and then you're gonna have games where Jimmy Butler had like 29 points, something like that. So honestly, when it comes down to it, I feel like if Boston wants to do what they have to either get up to that 4th or 3rd seed. I think that they want to avoid Philly in the first round. You want to face either Indiana or you want to face like the Pistons. That's your best bet, I think, for the first round. But we'll see what happens. I'm not sure if Boston will get over their identity problem, but we'll see. And let me know what you think when it comes to blow about Boston.
Another thing is that I feel like Brad Stevens is still a formidable coach. I just think Brad Stevens is someone that can't coach superstars. He can coach like maybe like role players or like just good pieces, but like when it comes to like coaching the Kyries or like maybe the Durants or something like that, I feel like he should just stick. Because remember when he had that Boston, like even last year in the playoffs, he was able to coach them. You know, when he had Thomas wasn't a superstar, he just got there. People still didn't think anything about him. He was able to coach that team, and all of a sudden you got Kyrie taking a prominent role, and all of a sudden like people are just like, oh, Brad Stevens needs to be fired. Like, no, I think Brad Stevens just can't coach superstars.
But what if it's just Kyrie that's the issue? Because the thing is depending on who you're talking about, because not everybody is like Kyrie.
I feel like honestly, if Kyrie leaves, it'll be better for Boston. That's a hot take, but I feel like it'll be better if Boston leaves, because then Terry Rozier can start. You know, you're not. I don't think Jaylen Brown will have too much of a pressure anymore. Jason Tatum can finally get some of his shine. Like, I feel like you need to keep that young core together. Like, I don't think they need Kyrie. I don't think they need Anthony Davis. I think that young core is fine. I feel like they can handle teams in the East with that young core, and once they develop, they're gonna be scared. That young core alone.
I don't know about. I wouldn't necessarily say that. I think that if they lost Kyrie, I think that they would be like maybe the 4th or 3rd best team in the East. Because to me, the way Milwaukee plays, and I think like just the impact of Giannis is something that makes them great. And I think that there's other teams that with health issues, like I think Indiana. The crazy thing about Indiana's in 3rd place right now. They don't even have their best player. Mm-hmm. And the thing is,
they sustained it.
Could you imagine if Victor Oladipo was healthy and was averaging like 28 and 7 a game and stuff?
They would be second seed right now.
He could be a legitimate threat for MVP with that. With like, because what do they have? Like, they have 41 wins. So you could say maybe if Oladipo was playing, they have maybe 43, 44 wins on the season, right? And then he's averaging 28 and 7, 28 and 7 assists. Right, and you have Collison, you have Evans, you have Wesley Matthews.
Young.
That is young. Yeah, you know, there's a lot of really good pieces on Indiana. So I feel like overall, if Indiana has one more superstar, they would be like a legitimate.
One more? You mean a superstar? Not a superstar.
No, but what I mean is, if they had a superstar, if they had like one more impact player.
Yeah, they need one more piece.
They would be scary.
Yeah, that's a team that like I'm not too worried about now, but like it's a team that also I'm not gonna sleep on. Like, I feel like we can handle Indiana, but like at the same time it's going to be a rough series to go against, especially in the playoffs. Because see what they did to Cleveland last year, taking them to they were like 3 points away from going to the next round, or like 5.
But that's not the same team that this team is this year.
Oh yeah, I'm aware of that. But you got the same coach, you got the same identity, you got the same core.
Not the same identity really, because they had Lance Stevenson last year. They're more defensive this year.
That is true, but like same coach. You know, they got pretty much a pretty good core. So they Oladipo's out, yes, but they have Miles Turner, they got Sabonis, they got Thaddeus Young. So like, I mean, there's still a force to be reckoned with. Surprisingly, because I thought they were going to like drop to the 7th seed. And that's what I thought, but they're still up there. They're still up there, so I'm like,
I don't know how you would think 7th seed. You think without Oladipo, there's a 7th best team in the East?
that's what I thought.
That's disrespectful.
It is disrespectful, but that's what. But honest, but hey, if we're being honest, that's what I thought. I didn't think they'd be able to sustain it, but they've been able to sustain it. So
Those guys out there be worse than the Pistons.
I didn't think they'd be out of the playoff picture. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm not saying that, but I'm saying like they wouldn't be a top seed. That's what I was saying.
Oh, anyways, so if you guys agree with Lamar, make sure you leave it in the comments below. If you agree with me or you have your own opinion, also put it in the comment section below. If you like it, please like this video. It really helps us. And subscribe. We're trying to grind to 10,000 subscribers on our channel. And we just started. We're going to keep going and keep posting videos. So let us know what you think in the comment section below. And then also, I want to give a shout out to Lamar. This is his 23rd birthday.
Hey, yeah.
So,
Jordan year.
Thanks for coming on. Thanks for doing this with me.
Listen. When you turn 23, it's not your LeBron year. It's your
Yeah,
that in mind. Jordan year.
We'll end it on that.
6 for 6. Jordan.
Guys, peace. We'll see you later.
Put my insecurities on a leash. Why am I locked in this out when I don't have a key? Why do I always push you further than I can reach? Why I always think you hide deceit up in your sleeve? Nah, this isn't me. I'm tripping over my words. I mean, I'm typically clumsy with bickering, but this is absurd. Why don't I listen? The point I'm missing. I need to stop pointing my finger, blurring my vision. The weekend's been a few, cause I'm in the mood to lay it down.